Our goal is to get you to live out of that inner dimension and not simply be caught up in what's going on in your brain. Now, we're going to use our rational thought. We're going to use what goes on in our brain. We're going to use our self-talk. We're going to use our imagination. We're going to use the words that come out of our mouth to help affect that other dimension. But this is arising from something that is much deeper. Now, we have talked about this in relation to personal power. But the added dimension here is the aspect of walking. Now, if you're not familiar with ancient texts, then you may not get the use of the language. You're saying, CJ, do you literally mean to physically walk, like walking down the street? No, I'm not talking about that kind of walking. I'm talking about walking in terms of living. As you go about your life, you are walking in power, just as somebody who can go about their life and be walking in defeat. You might say they're living in defeat. Right? They're operating in defeat. They're functioning in defeat. So we want to switch it to living, operating, and functioning in power. Power so that we can obtain victory. Power so that we can obtain the upper hand in life. Because life, as we know, is going to resist us on nearly every front. Nothing great comes easy. We understand this, right? If you want a great physique, that's not going to come easy. Whether you're losing weight or trying to put on muscle, that's not going to come easy. It takes diet. It takes rest. It takes vigorous exercise. It takes a constant hacking of one's body, going to new levels in order to achieve whatever desired physical position one wants in life. Financially, right? It's not an easy thing to overcome. You want to grow in abundance, you want to be more prosperous, you want to be more successful in life, you're going to have to pay a price. You can't do that with a defeatist attitude. You can't do that if you're living and walking in weakness and self-defeat all the time. It's going to require something great of you. Tremendous effort, great energy, attacking life. That is what we mean when we say walking in power. And again, as I always say, your best defense is a stronger you. So this is a further dimension of that, in the sense that by giving you this ability to walk in more power, you're able to attack each and every area of life that's affecting you. And so again, we want to change you more so than we want to change your circumstances. Circumstances change by simple steps, actions, right? They change by principles applied. That's it. You can change every single circumstance that you think is so insurmountable. You can change them easily by the application of method. If you are consistent, you will change your circumstances, whether physical, relational, financial, it doesn't matter. You can change all of them. The issue is, are you able to commit yourself to the process? Or will you defeat yourself? You're physically able, you're mentally able, but you're psychologically struggling, right? You're emotionally struggling. At that subconscious level, there is something that wars against you. At the subconscious level, from deep within, there is something that keeps throwing roadblocks in your own path. So you are lining your own path with landmines. You are trying to even sabotage your own success. People do this a lot. Whereas every time they get close to achievement, every time they get close to going to that next level, they actually sabotage themselves. How does it manifest? Well, they may be getting in a certain place in their job. And what happens? They start to act erratic. They start to fly off the handle. They start to get emotional. They start to argue with people because they're getting close to achievement. You'll see this in relationships, where people become codependent, where people begin to get used to a negative so much that when it starts to turn around, they actually try to bring it back to that negative state because that's what they know. That's what they're used to. For a lot of us, we are so unaccustomed to success in each and every area of life that we actually resist it in our own mind at the same time that we desire it. If you're going to walk then in power, it has to become pure desire, and you can't resist your own success anymore. To resist one's own success is to walk in self-defeat. It's to walk in self-sabotage. It's to war against oneself. Walking in power means you push through those resistance obstacles. You push through those closed doors. You break off the plastic chains. You move forward. That's where the walk of power comes in. And so you know by exactly what I'm saying that dimension is not on the surface. That dimension is found in the deeper parts of you, in subconscious thought. Can you dig that? I hope you can. This is CJ, the Metal Motivator. And remember, in whatever you do, don't suck. Metal up.